Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Local 3 News. Coverage you can count on.
The clean slate of January offers the perfect time to adjust your medicine cabinet from being a source of treating sicknesses to a place for preventing them. So Ed Jones, Katie Kuhlman join us this morning from Nutrition World with 5 tips for a healthier you. Is that basically it?
Absolutely. I've been watching people's health for 45 years, and I'll be honest, every decade is actually sliding down. We're actually living about as long, or even a little longer, but our health span, how do we feel? Do we actually embrace life and find the delight that we used to? It's hard when you have arthritis, aches and pains, anxiety, depression, lack of sleep, all the things that people have, and a tendency to gain weight, which never have we had a nation that is in worse shape than we do now. So in 45 years of being my own guinea pig and watching tens of thousands of people journey on the path to health that traditional thinking doesn't really embrace, I know there's 5 steps that I really connect with. One is we must raise our level of protein. The amount of protein that we have is directly connected to the amount of muscle we have and how we think and how we can lose weight. And most people need about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. I weigh 174 pounds. I shoot for 174 grams a day. I usually hit about 150. I do that through eating fish, eggs, meat, chicken, clean sources like we sell at Nutrition World or anywhere you can get that. But I have to have 2 protein drinks a day. These are 3 protein drinks we sell. One's plant-based by Truvani, amazing lady food babe. And then these are so pure that it's incredible. I actually developed a protein bar called
Zenta. These are great, by the way, these protein bars.
So that's one source to do that. Secondly is sleep. We are a nation of insomniacs. I have been one for many decades. Thank you, Katie, because that was my daughter, and she got me all wired up when she was 1 year old because I kept checking on her.
It's all your fault.
I know.
So how do we fix that? We don't have an Ambien deficiency. That's not why we don't sleep. We don't sleep for other reasons. Google Nutrition World and sleep, and I wrote an ebook of how to do that, but I found a product at Nutrition World that I cannot rave enough about. This right here is a powder. It does not taste great. I mix 1 to 2 scoops. I double dose it most nights. I have never had the kind of sleep I've had the last month by doing 2 scoops of that every night. If you're on sleep medicine, check with your doctor first because it's so amazing.
If we have time, I want to come back to this, but I don't want to waste time and not get to your other 3 points. So is Katie handling those?
No, the next one's exercise. We must do exercise, and it has to be a combination of weight training and some aerobics. When you combine those 2 things, there's actually a 40% less chance of mortality when you combine those 2. But a lot of people can't go to the gym, so what do you do? It's called rucking. You can Google rucking and buy a rucking a vest. And what that is if you walk at the track, you're just going to walk with 20 pounds. That becomes weight training. So you're doing both your lungs and your body. It doesn't really make the bodybuilding stuff happen, but it makes your bone mass build, your muscle mass. The lack of muscle mass is correlated with frailty as we get past 50 years old. You'll never make it to 70 and be resilient if you don't do something that has to do with weight training.
Okay, if you are in your 50s and you begin, is that too late?
Nope, never too late. Never too late. You can begin in your 70s, but look up rucking.
Rucking. Okay, you've done 3.
Yes, Katie has the other 2.
Okay, your turn.
Yeah, so I would like to talk about multivitamins. So let's start here. You know, a lot of people go to Walgreens, they come in and they say, I take a Centrum, is that good? Well, I'm not here to hate on brands, but I do want you guys to go and turn around your label at your house and just look at the nutrients. The problem I have with a lot of the brands is that they have red dyes. They have magnesium oxide, which is not a usable brand of magnesium, and they are so low in nutrients. And that is not enough in our society right now to have low-dosed multivitamins. We don't eat well enough and our food doesn't have enough nutrients. So I'm in such support of getting, if you were to do anything, a simple, good, clean vitamin that is at least going to give you the bare minimum on nutrients. So this is a wonderful brand. But what I'm a little bit more oriented in for my nutrients, and this is a concept that actually goes back to ancient wisdom, it's an ancestral multi. So what this means is this is actually coming from the head to tail of a cow. So they are taking all the organs, they're taking the heart, the spleen, the kidneys, the pancreas, different tissues, like I said, heart, all these things out of a cow, and they're grinding it up and they're putting it into capsules. To some people that may be despicable or insane sounding, but the idea is that in our history as humans, we ate head to tail. So we did not waste an animal. We weren't going to waste it because we were A, going to starve, but B, I think we also really knew within our own selves that there are a lot of nutrients found within these organs. And so I'm not going to go home personally and eat a spleen or a heart or, you know, organ, but I would take it in a multivitamin or take it in this form. So this resonates a lot with me, and it's a part of this big movement called the ancestral living movement.
Why a cow?
So beef is, if you do clean beef, beef is one of the most nutrient animals that exist on this earth, absolutely. So high in omega-3s, high in good vitamin A, high in B12, really rich iron. I mean, a really bioavailable source if it is a good, clean cow.
Okay.
Absolutely. So I have no fear over cows, over red meat, nothing like that. We could go into a lot of details in our store as to why that is, but this is coming from cows.
Okay. And then there's one more thing you
So
have
lastly, my absolute obsession is electrolytes. This has changed my energy levels. So as a busy working mom, and to me, one of the most important things you can do is have energy in your life, because then everything goes better. So, you know, we know to drink water. We know we need to drink clean water. We know we need half our body weight in ounces of water at least. But what a lot of people don't know is they need electrolytes in order to hydrate. So they actually need minerals to carry that water into the cell. Our cells are not going to accept water that doesn't have the right mineral content.
Okay.
So what happens is we drink the water, we don't really feel different, and we pee it all out. We need the right ratio of minerals, and this is all coming from sea salt. So this is the Redmond brand sea salt, but made into the perfect sodium, potassium, and chloride ratios that are going to drive that water intracellular to really change your energy levels.
Okay, throwing y'all a curveball for sure, but suppose you wanted to come to Nutrition World and do, just even if you could do all 5 of these things, and you needed a 1-month supply, which is kind of hard because this will last you longer. What do you think somebody's looking at, like 100, 150 bucks?
It would be between those two. Depends on the
Okay.
size you get and everything else.
Okay, so I say that, I think sometimes it's helpful to have kind of a
Absolutely.
mindset, because are you worth it? That's kind of the question.
I love that.
What are you going to get for that money other places?
Now, sometimes I think people should try 1 or 2 things to see how they work,
Yeah.
and then add the 3rd one and 4th one on at a later date.
I think I have like a minute before we run. Do you know why you don't sleep? Does everybody have their own reason for why they don't sleep?
It is a lot related to cortisol, the stress hormone that does not lower at night, because we have this system called the autonomic nervous system,
Yes.
and it's like a brake or an accelerator paddle. Most Americans have the accelerator paddle on most of the time, so they can't unwind. And it has to do with brain chemistry and physical chemistry. This helps balance it.
Okay.
I've never seen anything like this in my whole 66 years of living.
Okay, so they're not trying to make you do all of it, but now you kind of have a general idea. And I will tell you, these Zunta, am I saying it right? Zunta
Zunta?
bars, they're so yummy. I like the vanilla
Thank you.
ones. And this stuff is a wonder.
Oh, you love that one too?
I do.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
good
my
one.
favorite. That's what I do every morning.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a good
I
one
love
too.
it.
And then we love Katie's favorites. And don't ever feel guilty for making your dad an insomniac. It was not your fault. NutritionW.com is the website. You'll find them on Lee Highway, and it's a whole source of help for you there. Not just there, but they have the wellness center on the other side. And
Thank you,
all of it.
Julie.
Thank you.
An important message for Americans age 50 to 85.
Hey, honey. Looks like my to-do list grew. Paint the bathroom, give Baxter a bath, get life insurance. Have a few minutes? I can do that now.
Oh, that fast?
Remember that Colonial Penn ad? I called and I got information. They sent the simple form I need to apply. All I do is fill it out and send it back.
Well, that sounds too easy.
Give a little information, check a few boxes, sign my name. Done.
They don't ask about your health?
No health questions.
Physical exam?
Don't need one. It's